Hello, folks. Good afternoon, and welcome to XM Live Education. This is the advanced room, once per week, trade of the week, every Thursday at this time. My name is Stanislav Kolev, and the other expert is another swing trader. This is Mr. Gil Paz. Hey, Gil. Good to see you. It's been a week. A lot's happened, or maybe not so much. How
Oh
is
no, a lot
everything?
happen. Lately, too much is happening always.
Maybe not so much like we got in the last few weeks, but still a lot. Uh,
Yes,
how is
yes.
everything?
Everything is okay. Um, Try to be as normal as usual. Continue to trade. There is beautiful trends. Yeah, so I'm doing trading wise. I'm doing very good. How
Super,
are
very
you?
good to hear. With me also, trading is great, even though the my last week trade the week hit the stop loss, the short position on Ethereum that I had. I was
Hmm.
able to enter from the highs and even a better level to short it. Looks pretty good, looks very promising. If this level gets broken, I think that we're coming down to 1.5 and maybe even lower. Who knows how
Hmm.
lower will that get? Um, and I really don't have a idea at the moment for for the trade of the week today, so I'll have to invent something. Everything that I have is already running, like equities short, like silver short. I have a big positions there too. I don't know. I have to invent something. Maybe something with the euro. We have ECB and Bank of
Hmm.
England today. Maybe some euro GBP long, because I
Okay.
could kinda expect more. Uh, I mean, there are two of rate hikes already that the market expecting the ECB. I we gotta see.
Yeah, I also think my trade of the week has to do with the euro, but I definitely want to short the euro against. There is many possibilities against what I can short it, but I become very, very bearish on the euro.
Yeah, I think that the effects from the war are going to have a longer impact
Yes,
here,
I
maybe even
think the
longer.
effects are double. There is there is the direct effect that Europe is very vulnerable for especially gas prices from Qatar, exactly what happened yesterday. So I there is a vulnerability, and also the decision from Europe to stay out of the game. It just, I would say, contributes to the view that Europe is less and less part of big things that are happening. So I think the euro will continue to decline. Very bearish. Also by the way, based on the COT report. So there is a couple of factors, that I believe that will be not positive for the euro. So are you here? I
Yes.
see you. Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were frozen. So I'm very, very bearish on the euro. Maybe not against the pound, but the
Yes.
I would say there is interesting currencies against the Canadian dollar, which is like, is so even let's say we will get suddenly good news from the Strait of Hormuz and everything gets better, and we could see maybe a smaller rally from the euro, but I don't think that the rally will be big. But for example, I would like to trade it against countries that have a lot of oil, so maybe euro CAD and euro Norwegian krona. So there is a couple of possibilities to trade this.
That's right. How about the Japanese yen?
No, I
Another
don't.
another
I
energy
don't like the
dependent.
yen. I don't like the yen at all. Yen is also very vulnerable. So to
week
the
for the
Strait
week.
of Hormuz. So they get more and more in trouble with higher inflation and also the problem, to hike aggressively. I don't see how they can do it. So I'm very bearish on the yen. There could be short-term interventions and stuff like that, but other than that, I'm not positive on the yen as well. Sadly, I think interesting things are happening, but the whole momentum that we had in Japan with the new prime minister, that is a rock star, and everybody is crazy about it. And we saw the Nikkei going through the roof, and now they show their vulnerability with the Strait of Hormuz. It's a little bit a bummer to say it. And hopefully, again, this Strait of Hormuz will be not closed too long, but as long as it stays closed, it's a problem for Japan.
Yeah, a huge problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think again, Euro card, Euro Norwegian krone, I think this will be, I go in this direction.
You don't care about the ECB today that they might sound too hawkish, and you get the move happening, and
Why should they
then
get hawkish?
because of inflation expectations.
Yeah,
And
but this is inflation. They are taking out energy prices, right? So they see it, and you could see this also yesterday in the Fed. You know, they see this. They don't want to react on oil prices. Never wanted. They don't. They don't. This is really not their intention. This is way too short term for them. And I mean, this means weakness for the European economy, that the vulnerability in this environment, you don't want to hike. So I don't think that they will say, there's short term, like Powell said yesterday, this is just short term. Let's hope that it will not be long term. We will wait and see. And there will nothing come from the ECB. I don't see. Look, the ECB is for many, many months. They lowered at 2%, and now they stay there for a long period of time, I think.
well, the market is expecting two hikes this year from them.
I don't see. I
No?
mean, no. By the way, that's also not a good sign if they make two hikes. So it seems like they lowered too fast and now they're hiking again. That's so typical ECB. It's they overdo things because they want finally to be ahead of the United States. So they cut faster, more aggressive. And if they hike one, two hikes, I don't think it's just again showing that they make mistakes, which is also not positive for the euro.
But this is not driven by them. I mean, they never attacked Iran.
Europe says that Iran doesn't have to do anything with them. They want to stay out. So it's another.
So you believe that they have to get involved?
No, we don't talk politics here, right? We don't talk politics. But what I'm saying is,
I think this is
that,
what you said.
no, I don't mean that. But I say you know, they have their own problems. They're vulnerable to the gas prices. Um, and I think monetary policy, they will not do anything. I don't see anything. By the way, we have Jeff here. And so welcome, Jeff, and welcome to everybody else. Um, if you have trading ideas, trade of the week, Jeff, what was the trading idea of Jeff last week?
I had to reinstall my computer, so everything that I have written down is gone.
So Jeff, you have to remind us. Sorry
Yeah,
about that. But Jeff had very good trade of the weeks the last couple of weeks. And
yeah, yeah. For a starter, my euro dollar long
okay,
trade of the week last week. Yeah,
yeah, long euro dollar. Yeah. Hi, Jack. Great to see you as well. So let's come with the trade of the weeks. Again, it's hard to go a week forward because in a week can happen so many things, right? And
For me, it will be easy if I could go with Ethereum, but probably will be too boring for the viewers watching me trade Ethereum again. But might be the most practical thing to do,
I
I
mean,
suppose.
you can do whatever you want, right?
That's right. That's
Boring
right.
sometimes is very good, you know.
That's right. Last week was Ethereum, stopped me out, entered from the highs. This week is, yeah, I think it's okay still. Um, that's an instrument that I really, really see it coming down. I really, really see it pushing down harder. And also, there's some speculation that the demand elevated a lot on Monday and throughout the weekend because there have been purchases from Iran um, to buy non-pilot drones that they're going to send to Yemen to close the whole Bab al Mandeb canal of Saudi Arabia too. So that's on the that's on the playlist as well. But we covered it all back. I mean, if you if you look at the Bitcoin, we didn't have anything like that. You see, this is the high, oh, barely higher, 2%. While with Ethereum, look at this. This is like 8%. This is crazy.
Couldn't this be also a double bottom and now a pullback and we could go higher?
Of course, yes.
Because
Even
if you compare cryptocurrencies to gold and silver, they're holding quite strong since the war broke out.
yeah, but if we have a panic on the equity markets, probably crypto will follow. I'm not sure that during a risk-off sentiment we will see divergence run by that type of environment. If it's, let's say, bank-driven, sovereignty of the dollar hit and stuff like that, that's a different story. But for for this environment, I think yeah, I would see
You
this
expect
also
a panic
following.
in the equity markets?
I mean, we have already a significant drop. Dow Jones almost 10% from the highs. S&P 500 also some significant deterioration, I think. We have all the factors to see this. Yes. Panic. I mean, we could drop another 7, 8, 9%.
Okay. Um,
What is your take there?
Look, I see possibilities in both direction. I think tomorrow, today and tomorrow is the most important day. And again, uh, the-
Why?
vo- because of the big expiry date. And I think this time it is extremely significant because um, you know, people have to make decisions, right? So if you have
But
futures or
they don't have to wait for the last day to make the decision.
yeah, but you don't have to, but you are forced at the last day, which is today and tomorrow, to make your decisions. You know, if you didn't make the decision, now you have to make it. Do you want to roll it, or do you want to stay close your position and want to stay out? So, for example, when we look at gold and silver, um, I think in general, what people are saying, okay, stock market went down, right? You're in stock market, you're looking at the year to date, you're a portfolio manager, you went a year to date, you went at the beginning of the year, you're long gold, long equities, long everything. And now you have to make decisions. Okay, your contracts get closed. You can say, you know what? In gold, we are still up year to date, right? Even with this whole correction that we are seeing, we are still a lot up when you look at the beginning of January. So let's take there some money out. We have a little bit losses in S&P 500, and so this is, why to go in again with the risk? Nobody knows what will happen. You close, you wait on the sideline.